The Sun previously revealed how Jessica appeared to be moving on with a new man. The actress looked absolutely stunning as she completed her look with stylish sunglasses. Earlier this year, the 44-year-old filed for divorce from ex-husband Cash Warren. The former couple had been married since 2008, having met 4 years earlier while Jessica filmed The Fantastic Four. However, the Dark Angel star confirmed their separation back in January. In May, The Sun revealed how the Jessica appeared to be moving on with a new man. She was spotted cozying up to a mystery guy while taking a stroll through Regent's Park. Exclusive footage showed the Hollywood star grabbing his hands and pulling him closer. An onlooker told The Sun at the time, "They looked very intimate. They were hugging and holding hands as they walked through the park together. They rented out some deck chairs and they were sitting on them kissing. It looked very much like a new relationship." Mom of 3 Jessica filed for divorce from ex-husband Warren in February after 16 years of marriage. The Sin City star sparked rumors of a romance with stand-up comedian Alex Edelman after she was seen leaving the Vanity Fair Oscars afterparty with him in March. The funny man's tuxedo could be seen draped over her shoulders as they walked out of the Wallace Annenberg Center for Performing Arts. But a source told E! News that they are not an item. They said, "They are not dating." They met walking to their cars at the end of the night and he offered her his jacket because she was freezing before they went their separate ways. A second source said Edelman is simply a friend of a friend. A representative for Jessica had no comment when contacted by The Sun. The waves crashed with a rhythmic pulse against the private sands of the Riviera Maya, where Jessica Alba stood, unapologetically radiant. Clad in a leopard print bikini and high-waisted leather hotpants, her silhouette cut sharply against the gold-streaked sky. She didn't pose for a camera, she owned it. This wasn't a PR stunt. This was a statement. At 44, newly single, a mother of 3, and a business mogul with more steel than silk, Jessica Alba was rewriting what it means to thrive. This was no comeback. Jessica never left. "Divorce is not a failure," she says later, seated at a beachside villa with a view so serene it looks AI-generated. Her words are direct, calm, and laced with something sharper, clarity. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is let go of the script you thought you were supposed to follow. The divorce, finalized 9 months ago, after nearly 2 decades of marriage, was not a scandal. There were no screaming headlines, no custody wars. It ended the way Jessica lives, clean, powerful, and quietly radical. She doesn't elaborate on the details. She doesn't need to. The shift in her energy says it all. "It was like peeling off an old skin," she confides. "Painful, but necessary. And what I found underneath surprised even me. That discovery has rippled into every part of her life, how she dresses, how she works, how she wakes up in the morning. And yes, even how she rocks a tiny leopard bikini without caring what a single keyboard warrior thinks. There's something mythic about a woman who refuses to fade. And Jessica Alba has become that myth, a modern Aphrodite with grit. "I'm in the best shape of my life, but I'm not doing it for the camera," she says. "This is for me." Her wellness routine has shifted. It's no longer about losing baby weight or prepping for a red carpet. It's about strength, endurance, and joy. Mornings start with ocean swims. Afternoons might involve sandbag HIIT sessions or intuitive yoga under a palapa. Food is sensual but intentional: ceviche with avocado and chili, mango slices dipped in lime and tagine, grilled sea bass with miso glaze. Wine is no longer the go-to, matcha and turmeric tonics have taken its place. The leather hot pants. She laughs at the mention. "I bought them in Paris last year on a whim. They just sat in my closet. Then one day I was like, what the hell am I waiting for?" That's the core of her current vibe, unfiltered, fearless. The bikini and hot pants look isn't a bid for youth, it's a celebration of freedom. It's easy to forget, amid the glossy Instagram snapshots, that Jessica Alba is not just a former A-lister, she's a CEO, a brand architect, and one of the most successful self-made women in the wellness space. The Honest Company, her billion-dollar baby, continues to evolve, now leaning into skincare, hormone health, and sustainable fashion. And it's more personal than ever. The new post-divorce Jessica has infused the brand with boldness, introducing a radical radiance line designed not for teenagers or Gen Z influencers, but for the woman who's lived a little. I didn't see myself in any wellness brand, she says. It was all either too clinical or too cutesy. I wanted something that said, you can be 44, hot, tired, inspired, raw, sensual, and a total badass. That's who I'm building for now. The company is now launching a documentary series on Netflix titled Aged to Awaken, with Jessica as the executive producer and occasional on-screen host. Each episode explores the lives of women over 40 who've shattered the mold: surgeons, dancers, artists, former nuns turned winemakers. Her face lights up as she describes it. It's not about reinvention, she clarifies. It's about revelation. That's the difference. Having it all is a scam, she laughs. I used to chase that idea: wife, mom, movie star, mogul, and it nearly broke me. Instead, she's focused on wholeness. That means boundaries. Time away from her phone. 2 weeks in Morocco with no agenda. It means saying no to roles that don't light her up, even if they come with 7-figure checks. What about love? She shrugs. I believe in love. I just don't believe it has to look the way it did in my 20s. Maybe it's someone new. Maybe it's a solo chapter. Either way, I'm good. She smiles, a little mischievously. And I mean really good. Starting over in your 40s, especially in public, is terrifying. Jessica doesn't downplay that. There were nights I cried into a pillow, she admits. It's not glamorous. Divorce, aging, change, it strips you down. But stripping down, she insists, is also liberating. You get to choose what you put back on. For her, that's looked like taking a sabbatical to travel solo in India, studying herbal medicine in Ojai, writing a memoir that's part guidebook, part confessional, due next spring, falling back in love with acting, but only in stories that center complexity over perfection. There's a whole genre missing for women like me, she says. We're not moms in minivans or vixens in distress. We're everything. Let's talk about the look. Because yes, there's a whole vibe happening. Jessica's post-divorce wardrobe has morphed into something less Olay-ish, more primal. Think, asymmetrical silk dresses, harness-style belts, barefoot luxury, androgynous linen suits worn with nothing underneath. And yes, leopard print everywhere. I realized I was dressing for approval, not expression, she says. Now, I wear what makes me feel like me. That changes every day. She nods toward her wardrobe rack, filled with hand-dyed fabrics from Marrakesh, oversized sunglasses, worn leather boots, and a custom bikini line she's designing with a queer Latina designer friend. It's called Savage Soft, an oxymoron turned lifestyle. She's also embracing her natural hair, grey streaks and all, and has stopped Botox. Not because I'm against it, she says. But because I wanted to see who was underneath the smoothing. Turns out, she's kind of a badass. At 44, Jessica Alba is less concerned with legacy and more with impact. Legacy feels like something people talk about when they're trying to sound important, she muses. Impact is what you do today. Her impact shows up in micromoments. Mentoring a young female founder, funding a black maternal health project in Georgia, teaching her kids how to say no. Her eldest daughter, now 17, recently told her, "You seem more like you lately." That, Jessica says, meant more than any magazine cover. I want my daughters to see that evolution isn't scary, it's sacred. There's an archetype in folklore known as the wild woman, feral, intuitive, untamed by the expectations of society. Jessica Alba has become a living embodiment of her. Not because she shed her family, her fame, or her past, but because she integrated them. And the bikini, the hot pants, they're not just fashion statements. They're armor. They're celebration. They're a raised M******, idle F***** Inga to irrelevance. I'm not trying to be 25 again, she says. I'm 44. And I've earned every scar, every wrinkle, every curve. Why would I hide now?